Hi everybody, 7th of February, another day in my daily diaries of how I'm now coping with the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. I've had another good day, to be honest. Had a good sleep last night again, but I didn't get to bed till getting on for 1 o'clock. So I think that helped me have a good night's sleep, and I wasn't woken at 4 o'clock neither again. So that's a couple of mornings now that I haven't had the 4 o'clock wake up. But today again I've cracked on with my painting and stuff, and I've been fine. No sadness, no tears, singing along to my music, regardless of what songs came on, because it was my songs, but I just play them randomly. I said I was going to talk more about Parkinson's tonight, because I've not been doing of late. I've been concentrating more on like my day-to-day and grief and stuff, which I will carry on, but I need to get my teeth back into this Parkinson's thing, and because I want to use it as some sort of a fight back from me and Angie. Get my teeth into something. And I will do this sponsored walk at some point this year, but I know I keep saying you shouldn't put things off, but I'm not putting it off because I'm getting my jobs done around the house first. I can't do it all at once. So once these jobs are done, then I can concentrate more. And I will organise this, because I'll have to train for it as well, you see. And I've also been speaking to people about getting a council tax reduction if you've got Parkinson's and you're a carer. Because I know we did. We got a massive one. I think we ended up paying about 100 quidish. That was all we ended up paying. So it was like more or less a complete free, really. But I can't remember where I heard it from first and how I got onto it. I'm sure it was at one of the PD meetings that we used to go to. Not over at Bolton, because we went to them over there, but it was once we got over this side in Cleveland, it drastically reduced. I know that. It took a bit of faff, ringing up and filling forms and stuff like that, but it was well worth it. But if you please go on, or if you're not already on, go on parkinsons.org.uk. It's the Parkinson's UK website. Fantastic. It's the best one out there. There's a lot out there, but that is the best one. It really is. It's full of information, and they even have a forum there where people are chatting. And I joined it as a carer. You don't have to be the person with Parkinson's. Just go on. It's full of information, and it might have been on there actually when I might have heard about the council tax reduction. Yeah, but I do know they have a section for finance. And when we first moved over here, I actually inquired on there, and I got the chap rang me and went over all sorts, but it was a minefield. And he said, but I was still working at the time. He said, so once you stop working, you can do this and do that. So get on there, please, if you've either got Parkinson's or you're caring for somebody. Parkinsons.org.uk, and just have a look on there, please, if you're not already on. You'll find a lot of stuff in there. It even goes on about getting your power of attorney set up. And that's a must. I'm glad we managed to get ours done just in time, really, because that would have been, I dread to think. So we got ours done just in time. But again, I got help filling ours out, because it's a complicated forms out. There's one for health and one for finances, so there's two separate ones. And you have to pay, there's a cost, but because I was under Blackpool Carers, I got myself referred to them from the doctor. Again, a volunteer thing. there was a lady there who just specialises in all that sort of stuff, and she filled them all in for us. She came here and made sure Angie had the capacity to answer the questions, they call it, which is why you need to get it done now, because once the person who's doing your forms for you realises that the person no longer has the capacity, it's too late, it's irrelevant then. So you need these power of attorneys put in place when the person with Parkinson's is still, you know, okay. I mean, you can get it done now and you might not need him for 10, 12, 15 years or so. But it's better to have them done and in place than not have them and wish you had. You know, so... But yeah, please go on there and have a look. And also have a look for your local volunteer-run Parkinson's meetings. Most of them, we went to ones here, and the ones that when Angie first got diagnosed, the one over at Bolton Way. Again, they're full of information. They're full of people who's had Parkinson's for years. These are people who've lost people with Parkinson's, but are still going, running them. You know, so they usually run it like monthly, like once a month, say on the first Tuesday of each month. The Bolton one was first Tuesday of each month. But here, when we moved over here to Cleveland's, they used to do a meet once a week. 1 week would be Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, but at different places, and go out for a meal as well. Instead of just sitting in a room chatting, you go, you know, to the local pub or something, and go for a meal. But they organised days out as well. You know, we went when we came here. We went on a 2 days out on a coach. You know, so it's all organised for people with Parkinson's. Some people are in wheelchairs. You know, so it's not hilly. You know, all that sort of stuff. So it's not just a day trip. It's specifically organised and run by the group. So again, if you're not part of one of your local groups, get in touch with them. You know, the person with Parkinson's might not want to go, but the carer can go and pick up loads of information. I wish I'd have gone more on my own, because Angie stopped going, and I should have carried on. I wish I had have done. You know, even the exercise classes. When we was over at Bolton, when she first got a diagnosis, of course she was full of enthusiasm to put up a fight. And we used to go to the exercise class. That was on a Wednesday. I think she did about 6 or 7 weeks, and then she just point blank said to me, "Oh, Mick, I don't want to go." And I said, "Why?" She said, "I just don't want to go." Anyway, I got it out of her, because she said, I don't like seeing the people that are there and how I'm going to end up, even though that's not the case, because everybody's different with Parkinson's. It's madness. I mean, I remember while she was doing the exercise one day, and there was one fella who suffered really bad with the feet freezing thing. It's where they just stop, as though the feet are just glued to the ground, glued to the floor. And it'd be 10, 12 minutes sometimes, and you'd see him and his wife would just be chatting away with everybody else, and you'd see him slowly rocking from side to side like that, concentrating, and then you'd see his foot slowly come off the floor, slowly, and then all of a sudden he'd go. And when Angie started suffering with that, because that was one of the things that came on pretty quickly, and it was one of the things that she suffered a lot of falls from, because her feet would freeze, but she'd carry on and fall forward. But I used to, right, I just stand still, and I used to get all of her hands, and then I used to just start swaying from side to side with her like that. Sway with me, and just sway and get a bit more like that. Right, now slowly lift your feet off the floor. Left, right. And then when I noticed her feet were off the floor enough, I'd go left, right, go. And I'd pull her gently towards me, and she'd set off walking. And then I'd leave, and that was it. That was our, right, come on Angie, let's do our little dance. That's what I used to call it. But she never got the hang of doing it on her own like this fella did. He'd stand there on his own and do it. Angie never conquered it on her own. She never did. It's strange. So yeah, please, but get on to these meetings and go on the Parkinson's UK website. It's a start for you. It's a start. I will get my teeth out. Get my teeth into some things and dig out what I ended up finding out, and what was what and where from and so on. Over the next few days, I'll try and get some more info as to what, where and when. Because you just left on your own. I know that. You just left. You get the diagnosis and it's like, oh, there, you're right, you've been diagnosed with Parkinson's, there's your medication, bye, we'll see you in 6 months. If at all in 6 months, sometimes it was 9 months for us. So don't just sit back. Don't just sit back. I'm mainly aiming at carers now, but I'm the Parkinson's sufferer as well. But if you're a carer, for me, it's down to us. It's down to us, because having that Parkinson's, that bastard Parkinson's, it must mash away their head. It must do. It's got to do. I mean, it mashed my head in, watching Angie. And I know it did hers, because she stopped fighting it. She put up, a little bit every now and again, but she ended up relying on me too much, I think. Probably too much. Not that I minded, but I wish she'd have put up her own fight from her own self-worth. Right, Mike, I'm doing some exercises today, rather than, Angie, have you done the exercises today? No. I used to say medication, exercise and diet, the 3 most important things when you've got that bastard disease. And early on, looking back now, if it's early on in your diagnosis, then I think it's more exercise, medication and diet in that order, rather than the other way. Because the medication, it just replaces the dopamine, what's slowly missing, in your brain and your system. So at first, it's a minefield. It is. It's a bastard minefield. Right, it's been a bit of a longer one tonight. But I said I would. Anyway, I'm hungry now, so I'm going to make myself something to eat. I've had a good day on my jobs. I'll be finished tomorrow. I will be finished tomorrow. The curtain pulls up in that spare bedroom. Just wants a second coat of paint. I've painted it. I've just cut one of the other ones down. I've painted it, and I've got the back of the two doors, just a third or fourth coat of gloss, and then the walls and ceiling in that other bedroom, and I've done. So next week. So yeah, I'll do another one tomorrow. Thanks for your support and your comments again. I know it's been a rambling one, this, but a bit longer. So I will do another one tomorrow. So press your like buttons, follow me, and forward these videos on. As per usual, you take care now. Bye.